Sonic Frontiers' first open zone feels special to me as a returning Sonic the Hedgehog fan back from 2010, playing Sonic Colors on my Wii and Sonic Unleashed on my dad's Xbox 360. Those games still hold up today as some of the best games of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, and I can perfectly agree with what they did with those games. They both completely define the Sonic style, and I hope someday to replay those games to relive them once more. But what differentiates Sonic Frontiers from every other Sonic game before is that it defines the speed and power that the Sonic franchise holds. I can see what Kishimoto meant when he said, "The open zones packed with the athletic action we love in Sonic games." Because I always felt like I was just around the corner discovering something grand that'll just add to the whole experience. And if I'm just a little bit faster, I can punch my way to new horizons. The grassy, rocky, and ancient fields of this home are what I love about games like this, and another similar game, Sonic Robo Blast 2. Something always felt missing from it. The feeling that I had to do what I wanted, and that urge to explore what was missing from that game. Both Sonic Robo Blast 2 and Sonic Frontiers were going for something different, so it's understandable. To bring the classic games to the modern style of Sonic Robo Blast 2's goal, while bringing the modern games to a new frontier, Sonic Frontiers goal. Sonic felt like a laughingstock for a while, and I think this game may just light in the dark. Even if we like to rag on Sonic, we may have not realized it, but Sonic is undefeatable. Kronos Island in this game feels to me like the home of Sonic, who can move at high speed freely. That freedom to explore and discover is what makes this zone special to me. It's the main reason why I felt so compelled to complete the area to 100%. The fields of sharp grass and rocky mountains captivated me with such a natural environment, making it feel like a very nice and happy difference between the normal levels of Sonic, Generations, and Sonic Mania. The natural environment is less inviting, but more interesting to dissect in my opinion. The different areas around the zone can feel very similar and confusing, but after time, it'll all come naturally to play. The rails going around the zone open new opportunities and simpler competitions. But in all honesty, I didn't care. Yeah, I know, it's supposed to be quicker and faster, but I seriously couldn't feel bothered to use them while I was playing at the fastest hedgehog around. I found them just more useful in finding collectibles, and that's all. Discovery is a key component to this zone, and the biggest discovery of all is hiding just behind the wall. Gigantos is the boss of this zone, and never have I felt more energy coming to the first boss side of the game. I can't get without saying, the music of this boss is what truly captivated me. It's true hype and crazy feeling. I feel this is what solidified this game as Sonic's comeback to the mainstream for its true power and energy. This is what I want out of a Sonic game. This is what I discovered. Kronos Island has a lot of collectibles around the zone that is used to level up Sonic and his abilities further new horizons. There's nothing like the oldest ones in the books, rings, but new ones as well, like Amy's memories and attack defense seeds. You can see how at times finding these items and such can be annoying to collect and discover. But just simply running around to random spots on the map and looking up and down will make it easy to notice, and by looking around the surroundings you will notice the rings and screens leading up to platforms and ramps. The map will also aid you in finding the precise locations within the zone, making it easier for those who are currently struggling to correctly find them. I would say discovery in Sonic Frontiers is fun and simple enough for those who actively or are simply passing by. Talking to Elder Coco and giving him the Cocos will give you the ability to either increase Sonic's speed or his ring count. I'll be real, the ring count at first I tried to find a use for it, but it often was pointless considering you could just run circles around you and gain all the rings you need. So now we end up just spending it all on speed, and I think with enough leveling up will come into effort majorly later on. If you head to Hermit Coco and give him the seeds you can find casually around the open zone, he will gift you an increase in strength or defense for battling tough opponents. Both of these ancient Cocos is a key part of becoming stronger, quicker, and outsmarting the foes you may come across. Amy as a character in this game is very different from how she behaves in games such as Sonic CD and Sonic Unleashed. She feels very fleshed out and tolerable for people who found her in previous games insufferable or straight up annoying. In the cutscenes or interactive sections we find her on the zone, we can have a nice chat with Amy about her feelings, concerns, and thoughts. We see how much she has grown as a character back when she was a hopeless lover in CD. She instead now is treating Sonic as someone special to her, but knowing the situation aids him with context and analysis of the surroundings, making her feel aware. I like what Sonic Team has done with her and made her feel natural as supporter of Sonic. I hope they continue to expand upon her in this fashion later on. There should be more things I would be regionally angry or annoyed by. There's only one thing that always got me triggered. The pop-in that many people like me experience while playing. There was only one time when it was really annoying and actively hindered my gameplay. I know many people actively had to take it out of their immersion. Still, maybe I was too focused on my gameplay or I was just passively ignoring it, but it was just difficult to notice just naturally. Most of the time it was just me exploring and maybe saying it but not caring. I know it's a problem and I hope Sonic Team will fix it later in a later update and make it an option on how far the radius should be. We can also not forget to pop into cyberspace. Sonic Frontiers cyberspace gameplay, to me, often felt like a significant downgrade to what was within Sonic Generations, which, if you didn't know, is my favorite Sonic game of all time. Which is pretty disheartening to me as a pretty fine player of games like Sonic Forces and Sonic Colors, who had prominent 2D gameplay, which I found easy to pick up and get accustomed to. But I must say, the use of making cyberspace a side part of collecting key components and continuing your journey made them feel like a short section just for a bit of old-time nostalgia of past levels. I can appreciate that, but I will not beat around the bush when saying that the repeated level design and paths are not bad, but just disinteresting. For those who haven't played Sonic Generations, they would be able to quickly look past the repeated level design from back then and enjoy it as it is, which is what I do, but it just doesn't stop me from realizing it and knowing how easy it must have been for Sega. It's a fine addition, and I appreciate it for being there and all, but I am saddened by the repetition of past levels and how the reused assets could have been used to make brand new and interesting takes on all the levels. So I just got the Sonic Adventure 2 soap shoes and the Monster Hunter Collection pack. Also, as you can see in the video, this is a unique event that happens once every few nights with a laundry kind of thing. I don't understand it at the moment, so my review of Ares Island will cover it more correctly. I feel like they are a nice little free addition for players to use, which I am very sure Sega was aiming for when making them available. They offer a good use of customization for Sonic, which was missing for a long while. I used a mod for Sonic Generations near the end of the game where you could easily swap out Sonic's shoes, gloves, hats, and more. It made blasting through as Sonic more dynamic and differential with each zone. It had many options and I just like having the ability, so that makes me very happy that I have my own choice and making my own theme with each level to make it fit just that more smoothly. I feel using different costumes made Sonic often feel like he was changing his style for the scenery and to fit better into it. So moving forward, I'd like to see what costumes Sega puts out and whatever is next. Looking at the small peek of what Ares Island has, the next island of 5 playable, for me, it's looking a lot more like Sandhill right now. I bet there will be fun and unique enemies in this area like the spring and the homing attack one. Nonetheless, the more adventure, the merrier. Sonic Frontiers is a good game for Sonic fans who are returning fans like me, or natural fans who stuck with the blue blur since the beginning. For the natural discovery of the island or the progression of leveling up. Exploration of the island felt special to me as it felt like a new frontier for Sonic, who, like always, tried something completely new that changes the gameplay entirely. Sega has always been about major differentiations between games, letting anyone in the community find a game they enjoy and other they might not have been fond of. I appreciate Sega for being creative with their decisions of gameplay, theme, tone, and style. I feel this game is a big step for Sonic, who in previous and latest games have been disappointing and mediocre at most. But this is a new adventure for Sonic, and I hope Sonic continues down this path in this game in future installments. Sonic Frontiers is a big step for Sonic the Hedgehog, both in discovery and leveling up.